Hello there, Drew Hanish of Whiskey Lore. It's time for another tasting video, and today we are going to visit Colorado. Colorado Springs, the home of 291. This is the small batch Colorado Rye Whiskey, finished with Aspen wood staves. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Aspen wood staves, well, they come from aspen trees, and Colorado has a lot of aspen trees. And if you ever want to go see one of the most beautiful sights you'll ever see, then go to Colorado in mid to late October when all the aspen trees turn this beautiful yellow. And everywhere you go is just like, wow, this is amazing. I did a trip around the Four Corners one October, all the way down to Taos, New Mexico, out to Arizona and back up through into Colorado from Utah. And a lot of that drive is loaded with those yellow aspen trees. Around Taos, New Mexico, gorgeous down there when those trees have changed colors. So, this is a 101.7 proof, so 50.8% alcohol by volume. Probably aged under 2 years, I believe. And it is 69% malted rye and 31% corn. And you may notice that there's no malted barley in there. What surprised me is that in tasting this earlier, you can see I've actually enjoyed this bottle for a while. This doesn't give you a lot of that burn that I sometimes get out of rye whiskeys that also have corn in them. So something is being done right here to make that a non-issue. So on the nose, there's always with these Colorado 291 whiskeys, and maybe it's because of the aspen staves, kind of a foresty smell that comes in. There's that nice herbally, earthy rye that comes in on the nose. But the other smells that I pick up, I almost get like a little sawdust kind of a smell. And there's a cocoa smell that comes in. It's a very fresh smell. Every time I smell this, I'm just amazed. Maybe a little citrus in there as well. Cheers. Beautiful mouthfeel. This comes at you with some maple, not dark chocolate, again, kind of like a cocoa flavor. With that rye, I almost taste caraway seeds in it. I did an interview with Michael Myers, the founder of Colorado 291, on Whiskey Lore, the interviews, and I told him sometimes it's like biting into rye bread with those little caraway seeds in it. It just, the whole experience is there, and it's amazing that there's not a lot of rye whiskeys that do that give you that full rye bread kind of an experience in them. It's really, really, really nice. There's some baking spices in there as well. Maybe a little cinnamon comes in. Yeah, this is a very good whiskey. Very good whiskey. Like I say, great mouthfeel to it. Just a luscious kind of flavor. Man. What do you think? Have you had any Colorado 291? These bottles aren't cheap. I think this retails around $78. I did a review on the HR. That's over $100 a bottle. So, but I'm telling you, there's some good whiskey in those bottles. Some good whiskey in those bottles. What is that? It's interesting. There's like this residual, like plum flavor that I'm getting in there. Really interesting where that came from. I must be thinking of Scotch barrel, Oloroso sherry barrels or something all of a sudden, but it's like this little plum thing all of a sudden came through on it. That's a really, really nice whiskey. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave comments if you have had 291 before, or if you're just wanting to kick up a general discussion. And you help the videos out by liking, and if you want to see more of them, then go ahead and subscribe as well, because I'd love for you to see more videos. And when we do hit upon something that you want to chat about, you can always leave comments down below. Thanks again. Cheers and Slán Java.